my friend Aura mentioned that she feels like the world, like we're regressing.
We are.
In what sense?
Just like in terms of values, things that we are for or we're not for, rights, that like all of those things are unraveling. So like in this country, for example, in the UK, obviously like the rise of like the Reform Party and like and nationalism as like this
Happening
whole idea
everywhere.
of,
Yeah.
immigration, them against us. Even when you look at like marginalized communities, race, sexuality, like people's thoughts and feelings towards that and stuff as well. So it's just, I don't know. It seems a bit mad.
Regressed. I feel like it is slowly becoming what it used to be.
Yeah,
which
regress. Yeah,
essentially that. Yeah, I agree.
But I think it's kind of like overcorrecting though, because what's happened is we went from a time of like bigotry was like running rampant everywhere. Is like racist. This like people will be making monkey noises and all this, like all these kind of things. And then people were like, well, we need to correct this. And then they went too far to the right, I suppose. And then now people are saying, nah, let's pull it back. And then it's going all the way back to the left. I'm using left and right.
Left and right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like people are trying to say, and it happens, it goes in cycles. Obviously, now that people are all going far right, there's going to be a time where people are going to try to pull it back to the far left. And all these things.
Technically, it does kind of happen in the UK to some extent, but at the same time, it's not really, because obviously Labour won because people wanted Conservative out. Yeah, but people still would want Labour to be in.
Was that more for the values, or was that more because of like the economy? And
that's the economy. Because value-wise, I think people are still very conservative, and I think even the reason why the reason why we even have the Labour Party now that we have. And we can even realize that most of the values are more conservative than they used 100%.
To be.
Like old school Labour. When I came to this country in 2010, the Labour that was was completely different to the Labour idea now. Very I think as time is going on and like a lot of things are being considered law, like for example, human rights and stuff are being expanded. We're realizing that a lot of people's values have to kind of switch. So a lot of the traditional conservative Christian values are having to switch because of like human rights, for example, like things like homophobia, like old school conservative.
Yeah, that man,
bro, they're not having that. But it's like obviously they have to open up to that because of human rights and right to practice your own like sexuality, so on and so forth. So I think a lot of values are changing, and because of that whole two-party system itself is kind of like it's outdated. It's like
eventually it will be redesigned. You don't think so?
It's the way human beings operate.
Yeah, but also I think it's down to us as people as well. Like we are the people that vote for these people and put these people in power. I think we are realizing that we have got other options, but these are like for the UK anyway. The Labour and Conservatives like two main parties for such a long time, so it's not going to happen like overnight. Maybe like
I don't think it will happen
next couple of elections, but that's going to be a lot of elections for us to get to that point.
I feel like our generation needs to
pack up. Anyways,
I think once it happens,
I shouldn't have said that, but yeah.
Once it happens anyway, okay. Let's say for example, we are the highest of the age population. Actually, do you think things will change? Like if we are the oldest?
Do you know the amount of people?
So who do you think will be voting then?
Conservative.
Well, you think we will be voting Conservative?
It will make sense for the age.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna vote somebody else.
You're saying that now because of where you are. No. And I'm saying as you grow older,
when the bread gets better,
this is what I'm saying.
When the assets start to increase.
No, but then it's like, what are your values? Because it's almost, you know how like people back in the day would vote like they're going to be rich. Like they'll be like, oh, I want to vote for Conservatives because taxes are going to be lower. But you're a 17-year-old about to go to university. How much money are you earning? Why are you thinking like you're
I see what you're saying.
A 20-something-year-old with like a 6-7 figure salary? Can we be guided?
But you see what Burns is saying though.
I get what he's saying, but I think it also comes down to your own personal values. Like, are your values going to change that much all because you get money? Like, they might, but I think it is like I personally feel like it is like just having to assess the type of person that you are and would want to be at when you make it to that level. And
do you attach the party you vote for to your own identity?
No, but I would like my values reflected and aligned and be reflected in that party.
But the reason why I'm saying that if we ever get to that point of, let's say, be millionaires or whatever, it will be impossible to be not in line with conservative values. It's because
Labour are trying to chop our bread.
This is the thing.
If
in order, it's like saying Rihanna is a billionaire, and because she's a billionaire, she can still be the Rihanna that we think in our head.
No, but that's
like Rihanna's a billionaire now. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
There are many, like, let's say that you can say there are many wealthy people who still are able to, like, let's say, give back or like, I don't want to say pay their dues because that sounds very weird.
Yeah, but it's like if it doesn't hurt your pockets, is it really giving back? If let's say again, like I'm getting billions and I'm giving millions, but millions is my tax money and I'm getting that as a tax break. Is it really hurting me? Like, am I really losing, or is it just an optic thing? Like, if we're gonna be very honest, if like a billionaire says I'm gonna give millions to African relief or whatever, or to a cause I care about, even though it's a good thing, but they're still a billionaire, and a billionaire in itself is an ethically wrong space to be in, as people are suffering in the world, and like the gap of it itself is silly. Why are you a billionaire? Like, it doesn't make sense. Shouldn't be.
But that's the thing. Like, there are some people who will give away like 90% of their wealth, and they are ridiculously wealthy.
Billion. But do you know why? Do you know why they do that though?
Why?
Tax benefits.
Maybe.
Would you do that? Let's make it more practical. Would you do that?
Would it be 90? I don't know. But I'm being deadly honest there. But would it be like quite a high percentage? I'm thinking of where I'm at now and how I am with money. I'm not saying I'm out here like spending like thousands of pounds on my friends, but like, if I feel like, cool, I want to bless a friend or like pay for something, I will. So I would like to think that will be naturally reflected
when you get that,
when I do get more money and stuff.
So let's say you have $1 million. What are you spending?
It's like, no, buy a house. Like,
buy a house. Okay.
Probably buy a house. Make sure
whereabouts would you buy the house?
I might. No, that's the thing. I might not even go like mad, like central, like zone 1.
No one buys houses there. But you're gonna buy a mansion.
Once upon a time, I wanted to buy a house there.
Like, what is in central London?
Not even for the sake of it being like, oh, I'm in like central. I'm
gonna make it easy on you.
Literally just access. Like,
I can
be in central. I can go about my business.
Where do you live in central? Kensington.
It's therefore something like Kensington. I can see it.
No.
Where then?
I need an Asda. I can't lie. Even though I've seen a couple of like nice houses in Pecco.
But in central London, there's no Asda around.
But I'd probably
you're not gonna find Asda, bro.
Asda.
At the most, M&S Waitrose, but Asda.
No, but I don't.
Bro, you might have to go zone 6 for that. Like, what's this?
You want my Asda there?
I don't know. I can't like, especially nowadays, because the places that I like, let's say in Southeast that I grew up in, I'm just like, would it even make sense for me to live here? Because it's not the same.
Yeah, you live in Southeast. You're basically like around the corner.
Yeah, I might stay where I am.
That Peckham house will actually finish your peas.
Yeah.
No, but he's got $1 million.
Yeah. Still.
No, but like $1 million. Let's say he's getting $1 million a year.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So a year.
That's different.
So, okay, that's very different.
Okay, so the reason I'm asking is because I want to know where, because you're saying, your values will align.
No, but like, for example, okay,
if you're getting $1 million a year,
aside, I am going to make sure my family and friends are okay.
Okay.
Like, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah, how you gonna do that? Exactly. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.